Hello and welcome to me gonna play Left 4 Dead. I was originally gonna play Entropy 0, but then I found a video on YouTube and it was talking about like the worst map they had ever played. And I had not watched the entire video, so I have no idea what to expect. And basically, we're just gonna see, is this map bad, or is it gonna be actually good? So, and disclaimer, I actually have mods on, so if you happen to see Moxie from Hell of a Boss shooting the Heavy from TF2 while being helped by Alice, that's a goddamn goose, and that's why. So, let's just begin. So before we get into this map, I'll give a shout out to NazCoz for inspiring me to make this video. He has a lot more points than me, so you should go check out his video about this map. And like I said in the beginning, I have mods on, and well, one last thing to mention, for some reason only chapters 1, 2, 5, and 6 are actually done, while 3 and 4 are lost. For some reason. The map starts with a cutscene and some Asian letters that I don't understand, but are probably just some credits. It also gives a disclaimer saying what difficulty you should use, and tells us to use your wisdom and map props. We begin inside some sort of restaurant slash motel. This may be common in Japan or wherever this takes place, but I don't know since I'm too lazy to check. After getting out into the streets, the custom models for the cars look good, but sadly I think this is the only time we get to see them. Taking a right, we head down an alley where the first scripted event happens. Tons of infected come towards the survivors. At this point, I realized there wasn't many gun spawns. I counted at this point, and there were only 4 gun spots. That's not enough to deal with an event like this, and another event, which we'll talk about soon. Continuing down the path, we find ourselves on a street with a witch nearby, but you can't trigger her, as, well, she's in a building. You would have to be going out of your way to trigger her. Climbing on some junk, we head into a courtyard, and the most terrible tank fight starts. Now, the little cutscene for the tank is kind of cool with a slow motion effect. Cool intro, bad fight because he has stupid amount of health. One of the comments on the map mentioned that he had 6,000 HP. Probably not that much, but still too much help, and with the limited gun spots, this becomes impossible to do by yourself. My advice to you, if you're crazy enough to play this after this video, get some friends, and or blackmail some people into playing this map. And the sad thing is, if you skip this chapter, that tank fight would have been the end. This chapter starts off with another intro cutscene. Spawning into the safe house, here comes another reason people don't like this map. Custom weapon stats. Now, we all love to customize our weapons, like turning our shotgun into a Doom 1 shotgun. The custom weapons in the map look decent, but apparently the optional mods in this map have changed the stats of said guns. Invisible walls. Love them or hate them, the devil of this map really wanted you to see where you couldn't go. In every other map, they would block off the path, but this map didn't and just left the invisible walls. Going up some stairs and entering in a house, the house collapses, which I kinda like, but one thing, how did it fall apart? Did an earthquake destroy it? If so, why the hell are none of the other buildings like this? We jump to safety, but then I realize I have 208 health. You can't do this normally. And rewatching the video, I got the 200 health from the soup I ate. Nothing else to say, but weird. After getting to safety, I accidentally fell off and ended up in some weird room with a person behind me and text saying to not look behind me. And of course, I did, and nothing happens. You just lose a bit of health. And no reason why this happens. Shooting a propane tank, we climb the destroyed building and end up at the finale of the chapter. Our goal is to find 5 gas cans to destroy a blockade. I managed to find them, but couldn't set them on fire, since, well, there's a spawner for a whole lot of hunters. After setting the gas cans on fire, and waiting for what felt like a realistic burn time of some boxes in real life, everyone was nearly dead, and the fire had stopped, and then they all disappeared. Every infected disappeared. I'm not joking, as soon as I got past the burned boxes, they just despawned. And that means Chapter 2 is the only chapter that I survived, and if by some luck, you will get past by yourself. Since chapter 3 and 4 are lost, we're now in a countryside that looks like it was pulled from Ghost Recon Wildlands. We start in a cabin with another cutscene. Nothing else to say but Last of Us music playing. Probably not from Last of Us, but sounds like it. We exit out of the cabin and follow the road and meet a road blocked by a truck and a car. Thinking I can't get past, I go up the hill and find the only good weapon spot. Now heading back down and jumping on the car, another horde event. Not as bad as the others, but the bots abandoned me and left me to die from a jockey, but since they can teleport, since, well, you know, they're bots, I lived. Still following the road, we come across the collapse part of it with a witch, an unavoidable one. I get past, but as every other bot in Left 4 Dead history, they always trigger her. And jumping to the collapsed part, I find out that witches can jump, and she just destroyed the crap out of Nick. Jumping from the collapsed part of the road, the game tells us to run, but there's nothing to run from. There's no tank, no rocks, nothing collapsing. Side note, charges are really bad in this level, and not for the reason you think. Following the road and not running like the game said, my survivor friends get killed somehow, but I don't know. I think that'll be revealed in the editing somewhere. The road gets blocked by a rock, so we take a right, and then 2 tanks spawn. One behind me, and one in front. There was no way I was going to make it, so I accepted my fate, skipped the chapter, and it didn't really matter since that was the end. Again. This is probably the worst rescue level I have ever played. The survivors make their way to the bridge with military supplies and radio to contact for help. There's a door that can be opened from the inside, but there's literally nothing but a shield and gas can. Calling for help like every other Crescendo event, there's 2 hordes and 2 tanks, but this dev wanted to be way different than everything else. So, there's more hordes and more tanks, and that is not good. Everyone was dead. I had killed all the hordes and tanks. I thought I had made it, but then I realized that was only the halfway point. A helicopter came by and did not pick me up, and instead gave me a care package. Did not give me a rescue, just gave me a care package. And, well, got nothing else to say, but, I died. So, the summary. Yeah, I can agree, this is the worst map I've played. The rescue is bad, the tank fights are bad, but the map looked decent. But, if you want me to play the Glubtastic maps with some friends, which is probably going to be really hard to do, then just say if I should. So, yeah. And I should have listened to NazCoz when he said to not play this map. So, yeah, see you guys. Next video. Which is probably Entropy 2. Not Entropy 2, Entropy 0. Continuing down the path, we find ourselves on a street with a witch nearby. But you can't trigger her. But, god damn it! Shooting a god damn it. Jumping on some of the... God...